Welcome back to the Bak'n Show. In today's episode, we're going to go to Mars Hydro FC 4800 run. In this tent here, we have the three plants: front right, potty mouth; back right, gelato OG; back left, gelato OG. Yeah, so that's what we got going on here. Oh, in addition, let me let y'all see this real quick. My three onion plants that are doing dynamite right now. Have everything powered by the FC 4800 light with the supplemental bars in there. I'm gonna let y'all see that in a second. We got the Mars Hydro drainage and irrigation system, or it should have been the irrigation and drainage system, hooked all up, and everything is running dynamite. Zero problems with this. And as you can see, look at how well the girls are doing. Get up a little bigger, yeah. So plants are week 6 of flower. Zero problems going on. Y'all remember the plant that was sitting right here where the onions are now? That's the one that hermed, and that's in a 2x2. And I'm gonna take y'all over there in a second to see that one. As for these plants here, no problems. You know, I'm gonna take you off the trellis and get y'all a look at them. Irrigation is rocking and rolling. We're doing about 3 feeds a day now, starting at 9 a.m. Then again 3 and then 6. I think that's it. Yeah, 9 a.m. I give it running for 2 minutes. 3 p.m. is 1 minute. 6 p.m. is 1 minute. So yeah, that's been a nice recipe, and as you can see, the plants are doing dynamite. So let's get you off the trellis net now. So get you off the tripod. I said trellis net. So y'all can see what they look like. Now a little closer here, as you can see, zero problems, y'all. Zero. But as you can see, the supplemental, the deep red is on both sides right now. All 6 bars up there. But right now there's just those. The UV comes on at the top of the hour for 10 minutes of each hour for the 12 hours that these lights are on. And then the IR, if y'all, I think I mentioned this in the prior videos, it comes on 15 minutes before the main light comes on, and it comes back on again and runs for 15 minutes when the main light goes off. So that's what they're looking like. So let's swing down here to the bottom and get a look at the rest of the system here. Here's the plants, and here's the drainage system down here and the irrigation. Got the drip emitters in each one of the pots, as you can see there. See that one back there? You might be able to see that. The 2 there. Each one of them has 2. And they're doing pretty damn well. And then the drainage box down here. All the water runs, the runoff runs into that box there. And once it's full, it comes out and it gets shipped over here to, I think y'all can see that. Let's see. My sump pump. It's kind of dark in here. It sits right there. And here's the reservoir for that for this tent. Excuse me. I got the filter on the lens of this camera, so that got kind of dark over there. But let's get back up here on these plants. So as I said, we're in week 6 of flower. This is the big girl in here. This is the Gelato OG, phenol number 1. And she's definitely starting to do some fading in here. The leaves, you can see right there in the leaves, starting to get a little fade. Like I said, week 6 of flower. I believe this is an 8-week strain. I'll probably be taking it roughly about 9 and harvesting. But I'm loving the way she's growing. She's zero problems. I didn't put no trellis net on here, but I did recently put a bamboo stake. See if y'all can see that in there. I don't know if you can see it yet, right there. Bamboo stake is in there to hold her up because she started leaning back. And then over here on the other one, much smaller, squatter, frosty as she want to be. I don't know how well y'all can see that with the filter on, but she is a frosty girl. And she's big. Bud sites all over the place. Loving the growth all the way down into here. So Yeah, expecting big things from her. These bottom branches here eventually going to flop, and I'll give them another week or two, and they're flopping for sure, because they already started. Got some nice weight on them buds here. Yeah. And then out here with let's start over here with the onions real quick. The onions are jumping. 1 gallon pots. Wanted to see how they would work out, and it seems to be working fantastic. And these onions here, they were out of my kitchen. I just regrew them right here in this soil. They need to be watered. But yeah, they're doing dynamite. Let's get over here to this potty mouth. That's the lower part of the potty mouth, and let's rise on up on that girl. Nice and full. Just kind of grew straight up. Let's, oops, went the wrong way. But yeah, it's a nice sized plant. She's tall, just like the one in the back. See that one right over there? They're roughly about the same height now. But that one here is much bigger. Yeah, she's nice. Nice bud set on her. Nice buds rocking all the way up the plant. Nice bud clusters. See some color starting to develop in her. Right up in here. Starting to get too close, sorry about that. But yeah, she's starting to get some purple hues in her. Beautiful plant, beautiful plant. I got a little wind burn on her when I had the fan was on this side over here on the pole. It was wind burn killing these leaves right here. All those, look at that. That's all from wind burn. But yeah, that's what this tent looks like this week. Week 6 of flower. She's definitely doing some things. Just put a fresh reservoir on here, I think, yesterday or the day before. Here soon we'll be switching from the next step in the flowering process. Start off with the B1, B2, and the bulky B. I think next week we'll be flipping to just the B1, B2, and flipping to full tilt. Oh, in addition to that, we have root drip that goes in the reservoir. Yeah, man, but this thing got some mean frost rails on it, especially this girl back here. This back OG, she is frosty. I don't know how well y'all can see that in this camera shot, but she is frosty with a beautiful bud. Cola right here, developing. Really like that. But let's get over to the other tent and take a look at the potty mouth that's over there that kind of hermed on us. Let's take a look at her. Now over here in the 2x2, as you can see, she is rocking. Filled up the whole tent. Let's go down here. She's in that 5 gallon pot. She's all cleaned up and under there. Nice, it's lollipopping. So it's just all bud sites up top here. It's getting a little closer. As you can see, wall to wall, she has bud sites. And then just a little bit closer, and we can see how they're starting to develop. And little petioles are starting to turn to amber. I see the frost is definitely starting to develop on her, but it's nothing like that, what we were just looking at in the back, the gelato OGs. Yeah, that pheno number 2 of the gelato OGs are definitely getting extremely frosty. This one over here isn't as frosty, but she's definitely coming along. She's developing nicely. This is the very top bud here, the main cola we're looking at here. See, they got some leaves in there. I probably could come in and pull off a few leaves, but it's nothing too important to do. You know, See no deficiencies outside of the red in the stems of some of the leaves that you see in here. But other than that, man, this is a hell of a grow. Yeah, you can see there how frosty she's starting to definitely get. Loving this. So yeah, all 4 of these plants will be coming down and probably closer to the end of the month. Right around maybe like the 28th, might be the last day of the month. We'll be taking all 3 of those down. If not before that, I'm not sure. I need to go look at the calendar. If this is week 6, yeah, it'll be definitely at the end of the month, definitely. But yeah, man, this girl is looking dynamite, along with her sister that was in the other tent, who looks totally different. Look at the bud structure on this potty mouth compared to the one we just looked at. I'm gonna go back over there before I end the video. I'm gonna show you that again. But if you look at the bud structure, totally different. This one is opened up and spread all out. The other one is just kind of growing straight up. Yeah, but week 6 flower, potty mouth. And remember, this was the one that hermed on us. And I was able to go in here, and every day, if I saw any pollen sacs developing, after that first day, I maybe 2 or 3 days after that, I came in and I was able to find 1 or 2 more that was developing. But after that, I didn't get any more. Now, I seen in one of the commenters, had a few comments about this. One person even thought that the pollen sacs that I was mentioning developing on here, he thought they were bracts, and it was definitely not that. Then there was a couple other commenters mentioned that they grew the same potty mouth years ago when it first came out, and they had the same issue where some of the phenos hermed and some of them didn't. And one of the viewers, he mentioned that you had different ones that hermed. You had one that hermed similar to probably like mine did, where you were able to come in here and pick off the few that were growing, and you didn't have any more grow after that. And then he said it was another pheno that just continuously grew them, even though, it was growing the bud site, a herm. It grew bud site and the pollen sacs. So and it just, even though you pick them off, they were still regenerating. So luckily we didn't find that one. And this one here just had the few. The other one that we're gonna go back and see in just a second, that didn't have any. And we were lucky to get that one. Because that one just grew straight up. I wasn't really trying to mess with her because I did a lot of defoliating and lollipopping to this one here, and I was thinking that possibly caused this one to start herming. So the other one I didn't do as much. I did very little defoliating, and I actually correct myself. I did super crop that whole plant, and I closed the tent. I think I came back like 3 days later, and all the branches had stood itself back up. But it didn't herm. I didn't find any herms on any pollen sacs on any of that plant over there. And you all just saw how that was growing. Similar to this in the bud structure, the way the buds are growing, like little nuggets, chunks, golf balls. That's what's going on over here. That's similar to what was going on over there. See, like right in here, how they developing. That's how it is pretty much all the way around, growing in here. And in the main, as you can see, it's just nice nuggets, nice size nuggets starting to develop there. So yeah, definitely gonna have a nice one. Let me smell this a little bit. Man, she's leaning on the skunkier side. It's heavy though, heavy on the smell. Yeah, real skunky. And yeah, let's get back over to the other tent. I forgot that I had broke a branch in here. I just see, looking right here, I see the tape from when I broke this. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's some tape here. It mended itself back up, and that's a nice cola branch developing there that lived on, didn't die off. So got lucky there. But let's get back over to the other tent. All right, we're back over here in the 4x4. Now we're going to end the video, but before I end this, I just want to remind y'all know the Mars Hydro, the 5x5, we just harvested that, and we did the weigh-in video. Y'all probably seen that by now. We weighed up everything, and we got the weights from that. We wound up not breaking our record from the last one in the 5x5. That last one, we got 36 ounces. This one, we only got 34, which was cool. Still quite a bit of weed. So we're going to do that same contest again with this tent, including it, plus the 2x2 that we just looked at. The 4 plants are going to be included in this weigh-in. You guess the weight, and you win the prize. The prize will be the same once again: t-shirt, pack of seeds, some slaps, and a mystery gift, a little throw-in. But we're not going to do, again, don't put your picks in now, obviously, because we're nowhere near finishing yet. When we get close to finishing, I'll definitely mention this contest once again. Actually, every time I do another video on the Mars Hydro from here on out, I'll mention the contest is coming, so y'all can get prepared and keep an eye on these plants and their growth, and y'all can get a decent guess like the last time. Do it the same way. I'm going to cut them down, pull them out, let y'all get a good look at the whole plant. Maybe throw out the ruler, measure them up, the whole nine, to make sure y'all can get a solid guess in. But don't forget, we're going to definitely do another contest. It's definitely not going to be as much as that 5x5, but it's still going to be probably a pretty heavy amount of weed. But that's all we have for y'all in this week's episode. If you like what you saw, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, stay Bak'n.